check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see. Let's make sure everything is a go before we start, cause you know how it be sometimes. Y'all know how it be, chat. Yeah, okay. We live here. All right, cool. We live here. Make sure everything doing what it's supposed to. You gotta watch the ones you're close to. You know what I mean? And make sure they doing what they supposed to. Know what I mean? Let me see. We good though? Hold on. Let's go back. Let's make sure. I need somebody in the chat to let me know. Let me know. Make sure y'all go to the channel. We should be live. Mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2. 5, 6, 7. Let me see. Is we live? Is we live? Is we live? Let me know, chat. Let me see. Somebody tap in. I gotta give me some mods in the building too. That's what we need, yo. We need some mods for sure. For sure. Yep. Okay. Somebody said, yo, who that said yo in the chat? Who said yo in the chat? Okay, yeah. Make sure everything good. Make sure we can see. Make sure you can hear me. Ooh, look at the back of that neck like some hot dogs back there. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh, they got me on the big screen. I think it's time. Let's go. Microphone check 1, 2, 1, 2. What it do? It's your boy, Hustle Simmons, aka Young Hirsch, aka Honey Hirsch, aka your baby mama's favorite baby daddy, and this is Truth Be Told podcast. I am your host, Hustle Simmons, aka Honey Hirsch, aka the dude on the tube with the news you could use. How y'all feeling tonight, man? Give yourself a big, and I do mean the biggest, round of applause for tapping in. This is episode, where we at? I think this is episode 16. If you tapping in with us on TikTok, man, make sure y'all tap that screen till your thumbs go numb. Get it. If you tapping in on YouTube, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so every time we drop it, you got it. How y'all feeling, man? Nah, I really genuinely want to know. How are y'all feeling, man? Me, I am feeling phenomenal. Not phenomenal. Phenomenal. But what about you? If you logged in right now, man, give me a 100. Drop the 100 emojis in the chat. If you haven't already liked the stream before we even get it going, make sure you like the stream. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you on TikTok, keep hitting that button till your thumbs go numb. Keep hitting that button like your thumbs went dumb. How y'all feeling, man? We back in the building. Round of applause for us. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. Your boy looking kind of fly on the 65-inch. Let's start there. Your boy got his Hawaii 5-0 shirt going on. Let's start there. Your boy got on the Smurf shirt. Shout out to the Blue Boys. Let's start there. How y'all feeling, man? It's the beginning of the month. I mean, it's early enough still. I don't think we had an episode yet for this one. Have we, chat? I don't know. I feel like we haven't, even if we have. You know what I mean? How y'all feeling, man? Let me know. Shout out to TikTok, man. TikTok in the building. Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Instagram. Shout out to everybody that could be anywhere in the world. And you chose to be here with your boy. Y'all got me feeling like Kendrick Lamar in the Drake beef. All right, people. Before we get into all the different topics and things we got to talk about, man, yeah, y'all can fade that music. I fade that music out. Before we get into any of that, man, we got to give the biggest shout out to our sponsors, man. Shout out to Nationwide Sounds, man. The biggest in the game, man. Nationwide Sound Radio. Each and every Tuesday, you can catch the exclusive audio. You know, because everybody ain't into watching YouTube and clips and all that. Some of y'all like to be on the road. Shout out to all my truck drivers, you know what I mean? Shout out to all my CDL holders, you dig what I'm saying? Shout out to all my road warriors, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that be road running. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody really ain't visual. So everybody that like the audio experience, shout out to y'all. But the biggest shout out goes out to Nationwide Sounds, man. Shout out Nationwide Sounds. You did? Each and every Tuesday. That's right. Each and every Tuesday, you can catch us here on Nationwide Sounds, man. 6 p.m., man. Truth be told, hosted by your boy, Hustle Simmons, man. I'm the dude on the tube with the news you can use. And you know, if it's viral, then you know how I go. We gonna talk about it. If it's a hot topic, you know I got it. We gonna talk about it. Salute to us, man. And salute to y'all. If you're not already a member, if you're not already tapped in, if you never even experienced us on the audio level, make sure you tap in tomorrow night. Well, to y'all it'll be tonight. And if you hearing this after Tuesday, next Tuesday, make sure you tap in www.nationwidesoundsradio.com, 6 o'clock p.m. I'm there each and every Tuesday. You should be there too. Next, we got to give another shout out to the biggest, pause, our other sponsor, Ticketmasters. Oh yeah, we doing. Oh yeah. We moving. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to our other sponsor, man, Ticketmasters. You feel me? The only place you need to get the tickets if you're looking for a ticket. The only place where getting a ticket is a good thing. We ain't talking about when you're driving a 55 and a 54. No. If you looking for tickets to any comedy show, sporting event, music event, you know, when y'all was going, you know, running crazy looking for them Beyonce and Chris Brown tickets, see, you wouldn't have been doing that if you had tapped in to Ticketmasters. If you trying to see firsthand, feet on the floor, front row of the NBA Finals, you can do that. You tap in to Ticketmasters. That's right. Ticketmasters is the only place to get all the hottest tickets to the hottest events. You know how y'all was running around like a chicken with their head cut off trying to find them cowboy, cowgirl, Carter tickets? Because y'all was trying to see if Blue Ivy could really dance like her mama in person. Well, you wouldn't have been looking for them had you tapped in at Ticketmasters. But don't worry, because I just informed you. Whenever you're looking for tickets, man, make sure you tap in to Ticketmasters and salute to them for supporting your boy. Shout out to, who was that in the chat on TikTok? What's going on, Big Jeff? Shout out to Jonathan on TikTok. Man, Jonathan Cotton. I'm sweating Jonathan Cotton because your mama was just over here putting her boots on the ground before I started the show. Your mama got me sweating, Jonathan Cotton. That's why. If you think I'm sweating, you should go check out your mama right now. because she is a puddle of mama right now. Shout out to Jonathan Cotton mama right now. Yeah, that's what's going on. Shout out to all the peons in the chat. You know what I mean? Let's get the show. Oh, wait. We got another announcement. Let's drop another flex bomb for. We got an announcement. We got one. Shout out to our newest sponsor, man, Birmingham Music Plug. You dig what I'm saying? 818 Music Group. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, we tapped in. Really, I tapped in with them because they was tapping in with us, and we tapped in together. And now that's where you can catch all our clips and everything. So shout out to Birmingham Music Plug, 818 Music Group, the whole little thing, man. Yeah. We on all their pages on Instagram, Facebook, the whole little thing. So shout out to them for tapping in with us after we tapped in with them, and we tapped in and made it happen, Captain. One more time for them. You dig what I'm saying? Now that we got all the sponsorship and official corporate business out the way, let's get into the weekend. That's why I love doing this show on Mondays. I know who, shout out to my people who've been rocking with me. I knew doing a show on Mondays would be a great idea because it's early enough in the week to catch whatever, spark the week off, but it's not too late to catch whatever happened over the weekend. And then we can still go live again throughout the week for anything that might pop up because we got a lot to talk about over the past weekend. You dig what I'm saying? Before we even get into any of that, though, I got to give a moment of silence and a big shout out. Shout out to my niecey baby, Aubrey, in the chat on TikTok. Shout out to Aubrey. Let me tell y'all something too, because she told me to make sure Uncle Hirsch. She said, Uncle Hirsch, can you give me a shout out on one of your podcasts? So I'm gonna do it right now. Shout out to my baby girl. Did y'all know that as of May 25th, 2025, they officially stopped minting pennies? See, I know a lot of y'all don't even know that. Hey, Aubrey, do your uncle a favor. I need you to hit the screen 400 times on TikTok. Give me 400 likes, Aubrey, and I got you $20. How about that? Let's start there. And she gonna do it too. Watch this. Aubrey, tap that screen. And if you take my likes from 650 to 1,000, I'm gonna give you $20 right now. That's on my mama now. That's on my mama, which is your grandmama, and your mama, which is my sister. Let's start there. So yeah, shout out to my baby girl because she the one that informed me that Uncle Hirsch, you should hold on to all your pennies because pennies are about to be worth so much money. Because as of May 25th, 2025, Donald Trump said, we ain't making no more pennies. Did y'all know that it actually costs I learned this from my niece. Did y'all know that it costs actually 4 cents to make a penny? Yeah, she taught me that. My niece taught me that it costs 4 cents to make a penny. I had no idea. Did you? I know you didn't. You know why you didn't? Because you're not as smart as my niece. That's why. But yeah, man, how y'all feel about that? Honestly, I really don't care about them not making pennies because let's keep it real. Who really trying to go in the store with a pocket full of pennies? Like, when you go buy something, for real, if they give you odd numbers, usually it's because of pennies. And usually we leave the pennies in the store. You know what I'm saying? You could pull some change out your pocket and an old loose random penny might fall out the ground and we don't even pick it up. We don't really care. Somebody at the gas station asks you for some change. You got a pocket full of quarters. You might tell them, I ain't got no change. A homeless, or I'm sorry, because they say you can't call them homeless no more. You gotta call them without residence or something crazy like that. Somebody without residence pull up on you, ask you for change, and you got a pocket full of pennies. You are obliged, happy, and honored to relieve all that weight out your pants. Pause. And unload them pennies on them. Can I get an amen? Can I get a witness? But y'all might want to hold on to them pennies though, because they saying that as of, like I say, May 2025, May 25th, they stopped making pennies. So them pennies might be worth something. I don't know. I say this, I would hold on to them. And I started thinking, dang, how many pennies I done put in a Coinstar that might be worth like $1 or something, $2 or $5 or something. And I got a little depressed, I'm not gonna lie. Cause I was like, I could have been one of them Bitcoin millionaires off pennies. But then I thought about it. And I was like, well, $2 bill's still worth $2. Them little half a dollar silver dollars, they ain't really worth nothing more than $1. I got something for you, this Jabari. You ready? Oh, what up, nephew? Shout out to my nephew Jabari in the chat. I tell you what, y'all run Uncle Hirsch chat up to 5,000. I got my niece. Shout out to my niece and my nephew in the chat. Y'all run Uncle Hirsch like video. This joint up to like 5,000 likes. I got both of y'all $20. Let's start down. Nah, they're my babies right there, man. Love them to death. Oh, okay. Shout out to Jabari, man. 35 roses in the building. Shout out to you, nephew. Love you to death, boy. You already know it. Hey, and you left us hanging. Me and Khalil been catching dubs on Call of Duty all week, but I mean, you kind of ain't been in place. So whenever you want to join the winning team on Call of Duty, let your Uncle Hirsch know. Matter of fact, we going live. We not live. But we are getting on there tonight after this episode. But yeah, shout out to my niece and my nephew because he tapped in too. You know what I mean? That's just like Barry. Barry like, oh, Uncle Hirsch shouting you out on TikTok. Let me get in there. Shout out to Khalil. Shout out to London. Shout out to the wifey. You know what I'm saying? All them in the chat on YouTube. So shout out to my niece and my nephew and my brother. You know what I mean? Jeff, always in the chat on TikTok. Let me know in the chat, all the chats, how y'all feel about Donald Trump canceling the penny? Do y'all care? Or is he doing us a service? Because pennies really just be it. To me, and I ain't trying to even cap on nobody or none of that. I just feel like pennies low-key be in the way. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I'm the type to, buy something at the store. They be like, you got 17 cents coming back. I'm the type to tell them keep the change. I'm going to keep the change type anyway. What about you, though? Because I'm telling them to keep the change, and I ain't even tripping. Let's keep it honest. But y'all let me know. And I just had to do that because my niece told me Uncle Hirsch give her a shout out. So shout out to my baby and shout out to my nephew. Shout out to my little boy, my little girl, and the biggest, my wife. You know what I mean? Because they are. I'm about and I gotta make all y'all chat mods and the whole little thing too. So shout out to y'all, man, because y'all doing y'all thing as always. Now, the BET Awards was tonight. And if at first I started not to watch the BET Awards, and I'm not gonna lie to you, for two reasons. One, I'm rarely impressed by award shows. I like the days when award shows were more structured. I like the days when the A-listers used to come to them. I like the days when, I like the BET Awards when Destiny Child was a group. Because back then, Destiny Child would actually come perform. Y'all remember the Destiny Child performance when they pulled Terrence Howard on stage? It was a couple other people. And Terrence J. Y'all remember that lap dance that Beyonce gave Terrence J? You remember Terrence J? Not Terrence J. Terrence Howard. Remember his face? Remember the joy that he had? And I don't know whether that was premeditated practice or what. But I know that boy had his hands to his side. And they had them hands on them armrests like the statue, like the Lincoln Memorial. They knew not to touch, but they was happy. They was happier than Lil Nas X and RuPaul getting the life sentence. I remember the days when you had the people who had either just won a Grammy, should have won a Grammy, or at least was nominated for a Grammy, will perform at these award shows. And for a long time, the award shows had got watered down. Not all of them, but ours. I remember when I stopped rocking with the MTV Awards, the Grammys, because I used to be like, dang, why people stop going to the BET Awards? Because nothing irks my music connoisseur, especially our music, R&B, hip hop. Nothing irks my nerves more than hearing somebody say, and the award goes to. Open the envelope, and let's just say they be like, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Crazy in Love. And then they be like, we're going to accept this award for Jay-Z and Beyonce. They couldn't be here tonight, but we want to accept this award and they honor. Thank you. Yo, that used to grind my gears and burn me up so bad because I used to be like, what's the problem? Because when the MTV Awards pop off, they there. The Grammys, they protesting if they don't win. American Music Awards, I ain't never watched it, but I assume they there. And I used to be like, why don't they support our award shows? And then I had to think about it. Because at one point in time, everybody was there. You had the Jay-Z's, you had everybody perform. But the thing is, it's like, after a while, I guess, you will get kind of burnt out. Me personally, I don't even go to my homies' birthday parties if the flyer looked like the one from last year. Me personally, I don't even go to like your kickback. Like if you have like 3-4 kickbacks in a year, I ain't going to number like 1, maybe 2. Because it ain't too much that can change, so I get it. Now, I do feel like some of the top tier artists should always represent, even if not performing, a presenter, hit the red carpet. You can hit the red carpet and leave. But I do feel like we have an obligation to our culture to make sure that we always support, show up and show out. But I get it. A lot of people stop going for multiple. I don't even know why. And I'm gonna tell you, it also the second reason was I could tell after that little phase had settled in where people stopped coming. I could always tell who was gonna win the awards based on who was in the category and who showed up. Because if they didn't hit that red carpet or they didn't put the camera on them doing the show and they weren't there, 9 times out of 10, unless it was like Beyonce or like Nelly or Eminem or one of those like A+ listers, you could tell like if it's the best new R&B artist and you got a couple up and comings that had some hits or some bangers or a banger. Like you got LMA, you got SZA, you got her, you got Chrisette Michele and Beyonce. Well, you don't need Prize Picks or a palm reader to let you know who finna win that one. Like salute to them, but we know who finna win that one, right? Like my little baby's like, right? You know who gonna win that one, right? And when they start getting too predictable, I really start watching it. Not gonna lie. Can you make a song request? Of course. Shout out to Sky, man. I mean, I'm probably not gonna play it, but you can request it though. You can request it. Can I make a request that you hit the like button like a few times before you make the song request? That might help. Dance with me, Molly. I don't know what that is, but shout out to you. Matter of fact, send it to me in my inbox, man. I might play it on here. If you hit the like button 100 times and put the 100 emoji in my chat to let me know, I might play that for you. Shout out to you too, though. Never heard that song. But yeah, but this year I think the BET Awards did their thing though. And I'm gonna tell you another thing I think hurt the BET Awards. When they divided up from the BET Awards to the BET Awards and the Hip Hop Awards, I feel like they oversaturated the game. Because the MTV Awards is just the MTV Awards. Now they got the MTV Movie Awards, which is something totally different. It still has performances, but it's a whole different type of award show. I feel like BET, just like Good Ninjas, they trying to stretch the dope too. They trying to overstretch the dope. Shout out to my brother Z in the chat too. Like BET got the BET Awards. They got the Hip Hop Awards. They got the somebody put in the chat, what do they call the Celebration of Gospel Awards? It's too much. It's all music. Just put it in one award show. You're doing too much. So you done cut the dope too many times, first of all. Then it's too predictable who gonna win. Then y'all showing favoritism to whoever come. Like y'all down there giving away awards for attendance. And that wasn't fair. Oh yeah, Jeff, shout out to them, man. Y'all hit, salute to Bari and them. Shout out to Bari. Shout out to Aubrey. Shout out to Jeff. We for sure. Paying the nephew and niece. Man, Aubrey sent 400 likes. I don't even know how many Bari sent, but guess what? We are at 5,000 likes, man. Jeff probably sent about 800. Know how he give it up. And what we like, what, 20? Oh, we 26 minutes in with 5,000 likes. That's why I love them to death, and I'm definitely gonna get y'all that. Yeah, and I mean, you feel me? Love the name, brother. Okay, that's what's up. Salute that love, man. Salute that love. So yeah, but let me ask you, do y'all feel like the awards and these award shows validate artists? Do y'all feel like, when artists win these awards, it like solidify and stamp them on a different level? Or do you feel like it's too political? Shout out to Jeff. He said, when the cookout, man. The cookout July 3rd. What is it? July 13th, man. July 13th, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff, you way in Vegas, man. We might just vacuum seal you some ribs and send them shits out to you. July 13th, though, man. I told you to see the joint. The YouTube channel is at The Real Hustle Simmons on YouTube, too. Salute. Yeah, man. If y'all on TikTok, rock with me over there at The Real Hustle Simmons. And if you on YouTube, rock with me on TikTok at The Real Hustle Simmons. Same thing. Excuse me. But do y'all feel like awards still have the same validity? Do y'all feel like they still validate an artist's worth and value? I feel like at one point in time, it did hold a certain stature. I feel like if you're a new artist, it definitely still, has it has a certain it has like a sense of validation to it, to where it kind of puts you on the status or a level of you've made it, especially if you win. But I also feel like you can't put too much on that though, because just like with the streams and all that, it's like bots, and it's like, shout out to Dilly on TikTok. The institution behind them joints is crazy. The machines behind it is crazy. The agendas behind the winners and the nominees is crazy. The politics is crazy. And that's another thing. And that's the third and final. Last but definitely not least reason why, once I kind of figured out more of how this stuff worked and the powers that be and all that and how they manipulate the power, it kind of like, it was a turn off. No Diddy. But it was a turn off to me. Cause it's like, dang, like even tonight, yo, shout out to BET Awards, you know what I mean? But the BET Awards don't even start running commercials of who you can vote for until after they done already shot the BET Awards. Do y'all know that? Like, I didn't see my first, the first, I mean, I saw the award show, like the Kevin Hart was. You don't even see it go. Like, think about it, y'all. We didn't even see the nominees or who to vote for until like yesterday, Saturday. I think Sunday, for real, Saturday. But the BET Award it was already shot. It was already shot. And I ain't tripping on it being fake live. I mean, come on, I say is every time I go live, you know, when we repurpose it, it's gonna say live every time. You know what I'm saying? Even when I do my premieres, I mean it's live. It's live to you. Like the episode is live, the IP is live. We waking the monster. We've given life to it by making it public. But come on, man. That's what I'm saying. That's how I know it's politics, because people done already won. These people done already did the whole award show Friday, Saturday night. They don't ask you who you want to vote for until Sunday. They give you one day to make you feel like you voted or pick the winner. They already done. These folks ain't even there. These folks done came, got the awards, and back on the road. What else do that sound like, chat? Without getting too political, what else do that sound like, though, chat? Let's keep it a brick. Because people be feeling like they be having the power, and they be feeling the power, but do they really have the power? And if the BET Awards is already predestined and pre-recorded and, predetermined, but they got y'all feeling like that's just to get the engagement up on their content, on their YouTube, Instagram, on their website, to boost them up in the SEO. Y'all need to research search engine optimization, SEO. If they got the world thinking they tapping in and voting, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Google, whatever, BET Awards, the day that it dropped and you look for it, the world will first, you know what I mean? Just Google it. Just do your own homework. Do your own research, man. Knowledge is power. But they got y'all hacking the algorithm for them. For a award show that's already shot. And I ain't hating. I ain't knocking it. Because I used to be one of the ones that get on there and vote. I'm voting for Usher, B2K, Nelly, Eminem, 50 Cent. I'm thinking I'm making a difference. But if they got the world fooled with the award shows at BET, imagine what they got y'all thinking when they come to picking the president. But I ain't here to get political. Shout out to Trump. Or maybe not shout out to Trump, because there's a lot going on with Trump right now. Usually I be with my Gemini brother, but it's a lot going on right now. Did you see the BET Awards? If you did, I wanted the mic pick up that fart, because I definitely just farted. Did you see the BET Awards though? Did you watch it? I was in and out because I was getting I was getting everything set up for tonight. I like this year award though. I like the fact they got definitely a dope host. Shout out to Kevin Hart. Shout out, Kevin Hart can bring out the stars. He gonna bring out the people. And a lot of people be hating on Kevin Hart because his lane of comedy. And they say Kevin Hart switched over and he don't really do it for the blacks no more. I think Kevin Hart do it for the bread. As you should. As we all should. But Kevin Hart, that's one thing that you can do when they be hating on you like that. One thing about the people and the brothers and sisters they hate on that say they crossed over and so forth and so on, one thing about it, they'll talk crazy about them until they show up to the function. Oh, when they show up to the function, everybody, when they be here, they be like, shut the up. I be quiet. They be quiet. Oh, but when he leave, they be talking again. That's how it be, chat. Everybody got something to say about Kevin Hart until he hosting the BET Awards. Now y'all tapped in, huh? And that's how it be. So I salute Kevin Hart, though, because he low-key, high-key. Low-key, high-key. I think he brought some of the other viewers over. Oh, yeah, for sure. The winners are for sure predetermined, Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let the people choose. You know, but honestly, I ain't gonna lie though. I mean, I understand why they do that though, because it would be too hectic to try to sit there and like real time count the number of votes and all that. It's like, come on, bro. And there ain't no money in y'all free votes. Let's keep it real. You don't get them checks for Universal and Interscope with us free voting. You don't get, shout out to Aubrey, man. Shout out to my baby girl, man. She got us at 6.2K. Well, she part of it. She said, look, she taking all the credit, Jeff. She said, I got you at. Shout out to her though. But come on, man. Ain't no budget in that. That's free. There ain't no money in that. You can't flex your muscle. You can't put your artist to the top of the billboards or the top of the, you know what I'm saying, trending topics list or top of the algorithm with just free votes. Nah, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. And we ain't gonna keep it too political on that, man. It's all entertainment. That's what I've come to learn. That's what made podcasting and doing content so much easier for me. When I stopped taking it so serious and stopped trying to be the real one or a real one, because that part of me is gonna shine anyway. But I don't have to overdo that because how can a bird will only meet his demise trying to be the fastest swimmer in the ocean. Shout out to me. Fire. Was that yoga fire or was that crickets, chat? Because y'all probably ain't get it. And all I'm saying is, in the more simpler text, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. I was trying to keep it too real, chat. And when I stopped trying to keep it too real, it got a lot easier for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's entertainment, so I get it. You could be the best lyricist and have better bars and have a better message, a more cleaner, polished, conscious whole little campaign. But can you make 200-300 people tap in to watch your performance to get them ratings up? If I tell the sponsors that you're performing at our show, will that get us commercials and ad dollars by you being there? And the more weight you carry, the more perks and little, appreciation packages, if you will. Why you think like Beyonce and like Jay-Z them used to get so much just by letting them put their name in the ballot? Because you can tell, hey man, take me off the ballot. I don't even want to be nominated. They cutting checks just for letting them use your name and putting your picture up on the joint. Or for you just not saying, hey man, I don't know what they talking about, bro. I ain't coming, man. Hey, Sky, you know what is moving? Your mama on my lap. Yeah. Your mama on my lap. That's who moving, Sky. Her head be moving up and down and up. And I ain't even asked her to pull up. She just come through and do what she do. Then I got married and I had to cut off. Then she moved out of town, moved on to a new dude, and hopefully moved on to a better life. And she was supposed to tell you that I was your daddy. You should put some respect on my name, boy. Because I could have spread you all over her belly button, but I let you live. So respect your daddy, you hear me? Shut the hell up when I'm talking, boy. All right? Now back to what I was saying. 2025 BET Awards to me was an epic success. What you got? You got Kevin Hart performing. Huh? You got Glorilla, she performed. That Let Her Cook record. And I'm not even a dude that like chick records like that. I'm not gonna lie. Certain records I rock with, certain records I don't. But that Let Her Cook, I like that one. Then she performed this new record with Keisha Cole. I think it was the Love remix. Now, normally I don't like when artists premiere new music at award shows. I don't even like when artists premiere new music at concerts, honestly, to me. To me, I don't really like that. Why? I don't like that because I'm not here to hear what you recorded yesterday or tonight. I came to hear the hit. But one thing about Glow, shout out Big Glow, she's like the queen of remixes and remakes right now. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So shout out to Glorilla. But me personally, yo, chat, let me know what y'all think. How y'all feel about artists coming and dropping new joints, like premiering joints? Now, I was gonna mute you. But I said, know what? All you doing is making my algorithm go up. So I'm gonna, let you do like Glow and let you cook, Sky. And I was like, man, come on, man. What kind of dude would I be to mute a dude named Sky? And you my son, man. Me and your mom made a conscious decision not to spread you on the mattress, the sheets. Believe it or not, she wanted to eat you. Seriously, like, your mom wanted to eat you, Sky. For real, bro. You bring tears to my eyes thinking about that conversation because we almost fell out about that. That ass. Your mom wanted to eat you, bro. And I was like, nah, you ain't gonna do my man, like, you ain't gonna do my little son like that. And I had to beg her. Straight up, bro. For real. Shout out to your mama, though. Because it took a lot of, reckoning and begging and pleading, but I convinced her not to swallow you like a Tic Tac, bro. And look at you. Look at you now. You spelling good. You writing in full sentences. We got your braces, got your teeth straight. Remember that underbite you had? Huh? Remember you had that underbite that had you looking like the Georgia Bulldog logo? The Georgetown Hoyas logo? I paid for that for you. Your daddy. I know you don't understand why your hair got a little curl to it. I know you don't understand. You've been trying to figure this out your whole life, Sky. It's because of me. And I'm sorry, son, that I couldn't be there for you more. But I just really couldn't forgive your mom for trying to eat you so many years ago. But I'm healed now. And hopefully we can heal, son. So when you talking crazy in the chat, I understand. I'd be mad too. But your anger is in the wrong place, son. Just go ask your mom why she tried to swallow you. Like a 3-year-old chewing bubble gum. Back to my topics. Yeah, so Glorilla, man. Glorilla did her thing. Keisha Cole liked it. But yeah, for real, if you're not coming with a hit, don't even try that though. Like, the award show is not the night to be dropping your new joints. Honestly. What else they had? Shout out to B2K, man. B2K came out and performed. I forgot the other joint they did because the only joint that stood out to me was when they did Bump, Bump, Bump. Shout out to my son, Sky, man, who had the worst acne era of his life. I think he's got that cleared up now. Yeah, the boy used to have, for real, The boy used to have bumps on his face the size of gobstoppers. No, I'm not holding y'all. Look like my son, Sky, used to go to sleep and somebody used to prank him and glue lemon heads to his face. But luckily, insurance paid for it and he's kind of okay now. So shout out to you, son. Love you. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that me and your mom was able to fix that for you. But B2K coming out and performing Bump Bump Bump. Only reason it threw me off is because that's the joint they had with Puffy. B2K had enough hits. Y'all ain't had to do that. So it had me thinking, are y'all like pro Puff? Was that like a political statement? Were y'all just trying to go viral? And what was the conversation that got them to come perform at the BET Awards? Now, me personally, I just feel like it was just a simple phone call. Now, because me and my people was talking, it was like, damn, why they couldn't do that for the verses? Well, I don't see B2K coming out to perform at a verses for Omarion to help him win. I'm pretty sure wasn't no chili in that. And Omarion was booked for a one-on-one versus with Mario. But I'm pretty sure that they all, at that point, needed a little check. I'm pretty sure BET cut a bag. And I do like the way they brought everybody back from the past 25 years. You know what I mean? Or as much as they can. Like Ashanti came out. Nelly wasn't there. But see, I feel like Nelly one of them artists that's still really getting booked in real time. Because you had like Bow Wow. You had Ashanti. You had a lot of people there that probably ain't really as active as, they was 25 years ago. So B2K tapping in. Yo, I'm like 3 for 3 with the flies tonight, yo. Because I don't know where they coming from, but I know where they going. Let's start that. I'm getting them out of here. I'm like John Wick with the flies tonight. But yeah, I feel like B2K came out and did that thing. I just didn't really understand the song selection. I much would have preferred like Girlfriend and Uh-huh. They would have came out and did the little dun 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 dun. They would have came out and did the girl and give me. They would have came out and did that. Viral. I don't know. But I'm just glad to see them all together though. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if it's real camaraderie or everybody need that check. I think that the financial status humbled everybody. Because, I mean, shout out to J Boog and Lil Fizz, but they be on TikTok with the same kind of viewership as me. And they videos and posts don't do nothing. My posts do more than they post. Now, they lives be going crazy. I don't know if chicks be trying to see them with their shirt off or what. Shout out to them, though. Matter of fact, let me unbutton one of these buttons. Maybe that might help me with the ladies on here. You know what I mean? But they like viewership. That's humbling. They be on here asking for stars and galaxies and all. I don't even know what none of that mean. I think Omarion got humble too when he went up there and did that verses. And you remember when he brought his brother out and they was having a watermelon eating kind. I don't even know what that was still. And Omarion had some bangers. But you got about 6 to 8 B2K joints that if the music didn't get you, the choreography would have won that verse with Mario by a landslide. And that's what they had. That's what you always got to remember. That's the same thing I was saying about the award show. You can't never get bigger than the program. Ain't nobody bigger than the program, bruh. That go for the Beyonce, Jay-Z's who don't come to the award show no more. Because you see what they did to Beyonce. They love you to death as long as you in your lane doing your music for your people. And Beyonce from Texas. I don't think you get more cowboy, cowgirl than Texas. When I was a kid, I thought all the cowboy and Indian shows, TV show, movies, I thought the Cowboys, like how the Bloods and Crips originated in Cali, you couldn't tell me as a kid that every cowboy and every Indian lived in Texas. But you see how quick they flip. I'm talking about the powers that be, the award shows, the label, everybody flip when she tried to step outside of that. You know what I mean? She do need to stay in her lane. I'm glad you learned your lane real quick too, Sky. I'm glad you learned your lane. Like Beyonce didn't learn her lane. Because that's the thing. Nobody bigger than the program. You can't stop going to the BET Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, but you showing up to the MTV Awards, y'all crying about you not getting Grammys. You even upset because they ain't invite you to the country musical. Beyonce dropped one country music album. Then got in her feelings because she ain't sweep the award show. But you ain't been to a BET Award in 10 years. And they was nominating Beyonce for albums 2 years ago. Y'all remember they was nominating Beyonce for the Lemonade album? It had been out for 3 years. How dare you be upset that these highly hue people don't nominate you for their award show? How dare you think that you could just put on a country accent and play a little banjo in your music and now you just, what you thought you was gonna do? How dare you? You don't even show up to ours. But you gonna show up to theirs? Nah. Nobody bigger than the program. That's why I like that Kevin Hart. B2K thought they was bigger than the program. But I think it was both B and Omarion because they ain't show up for Cuz and he ain't asked them. When both of y'all needed the exposure. That's what people don't understand about them verses, man. B2K would have came out, they would have washed Mario. They would have stole that verses, the show of the verses that night, and could have possibly kicked. No, ain't no possibly. Ain't no way B2K go rehearse. And if they would have put on the Locks-ish, the Locks type performance, y'all remember how the Locks watched Dipset? If B2K would have practiced and rehearsed for a month and came out and did the first maybe 4 or 5 songs or interchange coming out with Omarion to rekindle that B2K nostalgia in between his solo joint, ain't nowhere in the world you telling me that some promoters not putting them on a tour. But that's what happened when you get bigger than the program, chat. And I was finna let you join, Sky, but you seem desperate. And I don't like desperate people. My girl don't even beg me. You begging me now. You giving me creepy vibes. Shout out to everybody that's out here with creepy vibes that don't even know it. Like, what you want to come on my chat and do, Sky? See, you the type of person that'll end up at a freak off with a handful of baby oil asking what to do with it. Because you just want to be there. Like, you'll do anything to be there. I don't like people like you. You'll never get invited to my you want to come on live? You a peon. You a peon. You try to troll me for attention. Now let the world know that I'm your daddy for real. That's why your hair. You thought you had some. You thought you was one of them. You thought your hair. You thought you was like Seth Rogen. No, you thought you was like Adam Sandler and them. No. You thought Yamaka. No. It's because I'm your daddy. And now you want to come up here and talk to your daddy. I'll talk to you offline. You want to apologize to me offline, and then we can maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about Beyonce with you. You know why? Because you don't even look like you know nothing about Beyonce. You know another reason why? Because you following 8,000 people, bro. You a groupie, bro. You a groupie, bro. You got 800 followers and you following 8,000 people. You got 10% people following you than you. I don't talk to people like you. You're thirsty. I'll talk about you. I won't talk to you. And you got bigger fish to fry. Because Donald Trump sitting in ice. Donald Trump sitting in vanilla ice everywhere. So you need to relax. Because I can get you out of here. But we're going to talk about that later. What y'all think, though? What was y'all biggest moment of the BET Awards? I was also impressed by the screenshot of Lizzo in the chat. Shout out to Lizzo. And y'all can stop hating on Lizzo too, because I don't like the whole narrative about the whole Ozempic thing and all that. Because first of all, you're not finna shame the Ozempic users, but praise the BBL getters. You're not finna shame the Ozempic users and champion the mommy makeover getters. You will not, shall not shame the stomach pokers, but worship the stomach vacuumers. Now, Lizzo been off the scene for a minute, and I don't know if South Park is the new Simpsons, but before she even started her journey, I remember that episode of South Park when they said something about Lizzo and Ozempic. This was before Ozempic hit the mainstream like that. And honestly, I don't care. Because even if she is, I don't think that it's Ozempic alone. And it might be a health reason why she used it, or you know what I mean, or didn't, allegedly. But you still have to put work in for her to fill out how she feeling out. Because if she just went straight Ozempic, then she look like a trash bag with water in it, and she don't. Y'all remember when Al Roker lost all that weight from Good Morning America? Y'all remember that? And he had skin hanging off his arm looking like icicles. Y'all remember that? You know, if you don't lose that, listen, here's one thing about it. If you don't lose that weight, right, and you lose it too fast, you'll be around here looking like you a walking, melting human being. Your skin start looking like candle wax. On one of them, you know what I mean? You can't just lose that weight too fast. And to me, the way Lizzo losing weight but still feeling out, I don't know, chat. She might have that recipe. But shout out to Lizzo, because Lizzo looking good. Now, I'm off the market. If my wife ever take me back to the store for a refund, I know what, hey. She played the flute, don't she? No, that real. Shout out to Lizzo. Shout out to Jamie Foxx too, man. Big shout out, round of applause for Jamie Foxx, man, for winning the Ultimate Icon Award. He definitely deserved that, man. Jamie Foxx started, from besides the stand-up comedy, he went from A Living Color to just who he is. I remember Jamie Foxx singing on the Jamie Foxx Show. And people not taking him serious to having like #1 singles and albums. I remember Jamie Foxx doing Wanda. I remember him doing, which are now hood classics, but what they considered back then like low budget films like Booty Call. You know what I mean? Which, like I say, is a hood classic. But at the time, some would consider it a flop. It didn't do box office numbers like that. And now, iconic roles in movies like Ali. I don't think no one on the planet Earth could have executed the role of Ray the way he did. Even movies that didn't really make sense, and if you would have switched out any other actor besides Jamie Foxx, probably would have been a dumbass movie. Like, what's that movie he had about the vampires when he was going around smoking vampires? They want something. Somebody put in the chat. What's the vampire movie that Jamie Foxx had? Chat. Somebody let me know. Hello. What was that movie, chat? With Snoop Dogg in it, and he was walking around here smoking vampires in the daytime. And there was another joint he had, the Power movie. That was hard too. Hold on, chat. I just dropped my pen. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We'll find it later. You see it? Anyway, yeah. But nah, it ain't too many bad movies Jamie Foxx did. It ain't too many bad stand-ups Jamie Foxx did. Jamie Foxx been that dude though for a long time, chat. So salute to him because that was one of the more fitting awards. Sometimes they just be giving out awards, but to me, Jamie Foxx definitely deserved and earned that. What else? Young Thug. Oh yeah, this is hilarious. Did y'all see Young Thug on the carpet when they with the mask? First of all. And Thug is the ultimate troll too. Because ever since Thug been out, Thug been on some Guess Who Mystery Man type energy. Well, you know it's Thug. Thug the only rapper, most entertainers, rappers be short. Small, stocky dudes. I don't know what it is about the shorter you are, the more talent you have, but a lot of rappers that like the upper echelon of artists, they do be vertically challenged. Thug one of them dudes that's like, come on, Thug, tall as you is, niggas, we be knowing it's Thug. But shout out to Thug, man, because Thug been keeping his face off the scene and keeping his face, even though he everywhere, it's like he never there. Because since that Vogue GQ joint when he had the little spike mask, the static face, whatever, Thug been showing up with some wild little masquerade, Alice in Wonderland, freak off disguise masks. Did y'all see him and Mariah DeScientist on the red carpet? And I think they was talking to Mariah DeScientist, or she did at least. She thought they was talking to her. Y'all heard what they was like your music, love your music, and she was like, thank you. And like both of them said thank you. And then she tried to stop and talk. Like, she thought she was finna do an interview, huh? No. The Thug almost snatched her rotator cup out of all, like, let's go. She want to stop, do some PR, baby. That's all the PR you really need. If you need PR, then you PR. Thug kept it moving. Now we ain't doing that. We don't do no interviews. So get what? He more experienced. Thug know what's going on. Mariah DeScientist be wanting to stop and talk and don't even realize, baby, they not studying you for one. Let's start with the fact that didn't nobody even know who she was until the little video came out of her supposed to be having one boyfriend and still, like, she was the one on, do you love me, Danny? Like, that's her. You got famous for really cheating on your man, Thug. Then leave your man for Thug. Thug balling on you while you was in jail. You allegedly keeping it solid with Thug. You finding out Thug had more hoes in jail. And then he ultimately picking you. I mean, if that ain't a ghetto Romeo and Juliet story, I don't know what is. But I love the way Thug been trolling and playing with the media and not letting them play with him. Because baby girl, trust and believe, had Joe stopped right then and there, the last thing people would have wanted to talk to you about was your album, your music, that new Blue video you got, or anything. They would have gave you 1 or 2 questions to get you locked in and warmed up, and they would have straight back to you cheating on your man and Everything that Thug ain't want to talk about. And honest to God truth, they probably want to ask you nothing. Told you look beautiful, we love your music, and been like, but Thug, let's talk about it. And Thug ain't really did no interviews or nothing like that yet. Not like no lower tier. Not saying nobody that lower tier. But you know how them award shows be. You probably don't because you ain't never been there. Let me tell you how I go. It's 30, 40 people asking you a bombardment of questions. And the most irate, out-of-pocket, attention-getting questions are the ones that get answered. So the more vile and vulgar and just kind of borderline disrespectful you are, the more attention, the more pub you get. The more, the more you make somebody be like, what? Like, what you say? That's how you know they heard your question. So I'm pretty sure that was all a ploy. Compliment her music, get her attention, get her to stop so we can ask Thug a question. I'm 1,000% sure, Mari, that was the plan. I'm 1,000% sure, Mari. But I like how Thug handled it. And even though she didn't get it, I'm pretty sure he explained it to her. And I'm glad that she didn't make a scene or do anything outlandish. Because that's, she did what she supposed to do. You might have wanted to stop, but baby, keep walking. I'll explain when we get to the car or to our seats. You know what I mean? Because it's a cold game. But Thug colder. Ninja. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know in the chat, man, what are some of y'all favorite moments from the BET Awards? What did you appreciate the most? What did you wish you would have seen more of? Shout out to Kai and Drewski. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? I will say I would like to see a little more cream in the coffee, though. Because how we been bombarding the American Music Awards, the MTV Awards, and dare I say the Grammy Awards. For us to break our neck and kiss as much ass as we kiss to get invited and be included in like the Grammys and all that, and to give them all the praise and value and stature that, that we give those awards, it would be nice to see them act like they rock with our culture, music, audience, influence as much as they really do. Yeah, you'll drop a urban, contemporary urban, kind of popish album to get in the game, especially if you don't have the traditional look. Shout out to Jelly Roll. Shout out to Teddy Swims. Shout out to Pink. Shout out to Post Malone. Shout out to Machine Gun Kelly. Shout out to the $1 Million Baby dude. Shout out to everybody that tried to come in and milk the culture on our side, because we the most inviting culture, because your side thought you wasn't white enough, or we already had enough of views. Oh, we don't need you. We got Justin Timberlake. We got Justin Bieber. We got JC Chavez. So you bring your, like, come on, bro. Think about it. Post Malone came in the game with cornrows and a top and bottom grill and called himself White Iverson. Did a song with 21 Savage. And then Cuz went straight rock and roll, pop, folk. Took the grill out, cut the hair off, tattooed his face, and started drinking canned beers and wearing overalls. Pink came out with the Neptunes and Shakespeare, Hype Williams, pink hair, had a haircut like T-Boz, trying her best to dance. And I don't wrong, and Pink's first album was dope. And Pink gave us that version. The Pink signed to LaFace Records, getting her music wrote by Babyface, best writers and producers until she made a song that her people accepted because she couldn't. She was too older. She was too old to fit in back then. Let's keep it real. Pink was too old to fit in with the Britney Spears, the Mandy Moores, the Christina Aguileras, the Jessica Simpsons. She was too old. Pink was like the white girl in the white girl from the hood, or the white girl that grew around us. Got a black baby daddy too. The white girls that smoke Newports, know how to roll a blunt, and do the asymmetric bob. Cause keep it real, y'all know in the hood, or even on not even in the hood, but just on a certain side of town, we know how to tell the white girl who like off back that mess with black dudes. It's a couple giveaways. That asymmetric bob, she got a pack of Newports. She can actually roll a blunt. Not papers, a blunt. And she got that undercut. She got that back of that neck faded up with that bob. Lord, if she got that asymmetric bob, when I say asymmetric, I mean it's high right here and low over here. Yeah. She ain't never dated a white boy a day in her life. She got a pack of Newport shorts, an undercut, asymmetric bob, and Corolla blunt. She don't even like white boys. She ain't even turned on. White boy better not. It's disrespectful for her, a white boy, to holler at her if she got that right there. Let's just start there. She might even say the N-word with confidence and don't mean no harm. That asymmetric bob is a dead giveaway. But you got to know how to read that. But she pull out a pack of Newports and start hitting them like that. That's how them dudes used to have it back in the day in the hood. Same way. Just like that. Think I'm lying? Think about it. Think I'm lying? Think about it. Every white girl that you know that had that bob, that asymmetric bob, bruh, black baby daddy. The asymmetric bob went out of style 20 years ago. And if they got mixed kids, they still got the asymmetric bob, bruh. I'm talking about the white girls that was wearing cornrows before it was cool. Because once upon a time, cornrows was goofy on white girls. It was goofy. You would show up to the function and niggas be looking like, who the hell done invited Mandy to the party? She trying to, cultural appropriation? Nah. But that's how you knew. That's how they show. That's how they show up to the culture. Like the white girl with the cigarettes and the asymmetric bob. But us being us, we let them in and we build them up and we let them leave. So I can't knock them. Shout out to them for knowing how to play the game. But once again, they don't do us like that. You just can't pop up. Ask Beyonce. You just can't pop up. I don't give a damn how many R&B pop records you done sold. How many world sold out tours you done. How many Grammys and awards you done broke. How many platinum records you done got. How many times you done sold out a tour in a day. How many times you done traveled the globe. We can't show up to their genre, to their culture. No shape, form, or fashion. Let alone not get welcomed with open arms. But we dang sure can't show up and play the role for a little bit, then switch over. For real, the funny part is, in our culture, when it comes to music or whatever, we start with us, and it's considered an ascension, a come up, to be able to be accepted or venture into their lane. They come to our culture to be accepted when their lane don't accept them, to prove that it's like they use our music and culture as a proving ground, and then they get up out of here. Once they use our, it's like those artists, the white artists, and shout out to them. This is not no hate. It's just facts. White artists use our culture, black culture, hip hop, pop, R&B, whatever, from the dancing and all that. They use that like community college to prove themselves worthy. And then, to get accepted into they own, you know what I mean? Us, and they leave and, never come back. Be charging niggas high ass prices for features and the clear samples and $1 million to appear in the video shoot, all that. Us, we work and bust our ass to get accepted by our people, only to, be hated on and snubbed out by our people if you get accepted. And then you might not even get accepted. And if you do, for a lot of people, this just be it. Us crossing over be so rare that if you do find an artist or somebody that can, that's why them artists be looked at it so big, because it's like so rare and unheard of for us to be able to cross over to their lane. But that's another day, another episode. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on it because we talk about the award show. And I was just watching it and looking at the crowd, and it's definitely black entertainment. But shout out, though. Shout out. I just wish it was more balanced. Or at least less obvious of an imbalance, because it's no doubt who value who culture more, or acceptance more, or approval more. Like, they don't really give a damn to win no award. Just, like I say, they let us just use your culture, your music, your sound as a proving ground to get us to a higher level. It's like they use us for use our culture for like mini camp or combine or something. I don't know. But let me know what y'all think. Like I say, overall, award show was dope. I feel like they need to do something. It was about that time. You know how we let it ride all the way out to down there, the fire finna be all the way out before we start trying to throw some wood on it. Pause. So I'm glad that they, kind of changed some things up, kind of seem like they kind of going in the right direction. Now, what they don't need to do is, because BET known to do this too, have a great award show and then it kind of fizzle out a little bit. Like this Kevin Hart one might be the best. Then, they can probably do something like bring Taraji back. What's the other lady that's not funny? Dang, what's that lady? Tiffany Haddish. Might bring Queen Latifah to host it. They need to keep going up. It'd be dope. This year, they need to have next year, they need to have the influencers, the streamers. Like, I think it'd be dope to have. Who would y'all like to see host the BET Awards next year? Let me know, chat. Put it in the chat. Who would y'all like to see host? Because we know it's about ratings, views, and likes and all that, right? But it's also about entertainment. Who would y'all like to see, chat? I would love to see the streamers, like, not even streamers, just the social, like, how they had 85 South host that one year, because that was dope. I would love to see, like, Casanet, Drewski, Desi Banks. That'd be hard. I think that'd be hard. Because you got to have that. You got to have that fresh blood. You got to have them young bulls in there, man. You got to have the people in there that are going to pull in the not only the ratings, but the viewership that you want. And nowadays, if you mix the streamers with the artists and the other entertainers, you can't lose, chat. You can't lose. And that's where the game at. The game is to the point to where you need it all. You need the streams, you need the live viewers, you need the loyal fan, the merch buy. You need all that. That's why Kevin Hart is like was the melting pot of all that. But it's not many Kevin Harts. It's not many that can bring out the nostalgic black, underground comedy feeling comedian, like, you know what I mean, lovers. Then that could cross over, do the Jumanjis and the moves with The Rock, but could still do a ride along 3, and you know what I mean. They could have a dope role in the next Friday movie, and then could do like a worldwide comedy, comedy tour, Joan, and then come back and host the BET Awards, and niggas really show up to see, because that's really why I showed up to see how Cubs was gonna do, what he was gonna do. But all in all, man, I think salute to whoever did the project management, the event coordinating for the night. I think it was dope. I think they did a hell of a job, and I also think that, if they keep it on this type trajectory, say that 5 times fast. We might be heading in the right direction. I'm not gonna even lie to you, Chad. I'm not gonna even hold y'all. But let me know. Honest to God truth. Uh-oh. What did y'all think? Now, usually I give the good and bad, but I don't hate on my black people. Not in the sense of, talking down on the war show, on something that's meant to highlight and champion us. That's what I shout not do. But y'all feel free to in the chat. Feel free in the chat. If y'all got something to say or anything y'all want to point out or let me know, hey, I'm all ears, bro. I'm all ears like Martin Lawrence. Tell me what's going on. But yeah, we done with that. Let me see. I got a couple. I don't even know, cause man, yeah, dang, man. Check. Okay. So look, we got 8 minutes left. They winding us up in the producers winding us up. So let's hit a couple hot seat joints real quick. Did y'all see the Lil Baby refusing to let Rob 49 put his chain around his neck on stage? If so, what are your thoughts? Me, I get where he's coming from. I feel the energy. I also understand what Rob 49 probably was doing, but then I don't. Because the way he tried to unbuckle that chain and put it around Lil Baby's neck was just disrespectful. Like, that's how you put, like, that's how T.I. put the chain around Nunu neck on ATL. Like, that's what I envisioned when Jay-Z said the bar of got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. Like, what is you doing, bro? Then it's like, nigga, you almost standing behind me like stick the butt. I ain't wearing no chain with your name on it, dude. What? Then I'm bigger than Paul. I'm bigger than you. You got what the helly. And then the other song, write down that money or something. Like, man, you don't get your ass back. Chat, are you even wearing another dude chain? Say what? He was just in his mood. Who was in his mood? He was just in his mood. He wasn't trying to get it out on. Slow down. You want to try to get it put on? Lil Baby was in his mood. Now every nigga should be in their mood then. I don't give a damn who you is. Ain't nowhere in the hell. Man, back in the day when Rockefeller and Jay-Z, Dame Dash used to give niggas chains, they ain't never stood behind no nigga and put no chain on no nigga neck. Yeah, and why would you, think about it. Why would you put your chain on my neck, nigga? You ride 4'9". The hell you putting a 4'9" on my neck for? Why would I stand there? Nigga, that's pause. First of all, I'm rapping my song and then you just come behind. Nigga, I ain't your chick, nigga. I'm rapping my joint. And you stand behind me like you just about to drape your chain around my neck and clamp it. Nigga, you lucky I ain't have security turn you into a chocolate smoothie on this stage, boy. Boy, what's on your mind, boy? What you using some of that baby oil from Diddy House? Who even told you this was a good idea? Boy, you done walked up behind me while I'm rapping. Done pull the chain out. Boy, you finna try to... Boy, he tried to throw that chain around cuz neck like a barber cake, man. Man, you done lost your damn mind, Rod 49. And then everybody talking about baby this and baby that. Man, listen, man, y'all would have clowned baby so bad. If he would let that man put that chain on his neck. That's like a nigga putting a honey bun on your bed in jail. That's like you going out to the yard and you come back, man, the nigga done put a little Ziploc bag of fruities and lollipops and fruit roll-ups on your bed, man. And if you ever even been locked up in so much as the city, I done seen an old man get beat to sleep for accidentally dropping a Jolly Rancher on one of my homies' bed, man. Shout out to Spider, man. Shout out to Spider, man. Spider was about 6,700 years old, man. All Spider wanted to do was change oils and work on carburetors. And I honestly think Spider accidentally dropped a piece of candy on the bed trying to put a handful of candy in his pocket. And I think one of them had fell out his pocket. On my boy, dang, what was cuz name? TP? Terry Perry or something like that, man. And I think he had fell out his pocket, man. And my partner had came back because we were working in the kitchen. We was on the kitchen staff. We had laundry and kitchen staff. And that was the only way to get out the cell. So for y'all start talking. If you can get you a job when you locked up, boy, that's the closest thing to like that's like the pre-halfway house. You get to walk around, you get to see the other. Anyway, we ain't talk about that. So we went to the kitchen. We came back. I think, and I shout out Spider, man, because I feel like Spider had did it on accident. You feel me? Cuz came back in there, man, and Cuz had messed around and seen that. I remember like it was yesterday, bro. It was a watermelon annihilator, bro. Cuz seen that annihilator on his bed, cuz. And that nigga went crazy. Like, who annihilator is this? Like, he was shaking that mother so hard, I think he messed around and opened it. Like, he asked him, who put this? That nigga was shaking that mother, nigga. Annihilator just shot across the room. That boy, ping, 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 you feel me? And Spider was so spooked because how he was acting. He never said like me because you already knew it was going to come after you said it. Because if you don't know, do your homework on what it means, leaving anything on a nigga bunk or bed, pillow, anything in jail. If we chilling, we homies, and we splitting commissary, I look out for you, you look out for me, or we busting down store, or I'll give you some out of my store to your store, whatever. But don't you never, ever offer me something that I ain't asked for. And you better not never just leave something here like what you thought I was gonna do? Just come in here, see it on my bed, open it, eat it, so you can come. Man, do your homework on leaving something on somebody's bed in jail and the consequences. Let's start there. Now I say all that to say, shout out to Spider, man, but I watched that old man get whooped from the window to the wall. Man, he was Spider Spider was sitting on the table, just playing cards. And he asked, and ain't nobody say nothing. And Spider was old, but he wasn't deaf. But you would have thought he was deaf that day, because Spider did not own up to that, man. And maybe because he didn't know that he did it. Because Spider wasn't even the one with the Annihilators. Somebody gave Spider the Annihilators. And now that I think about it, if you gave Spider enough Annihilators to where he dropped one or two when he was putting them in his pocket, Spider really got set up for the ultimate big payback. And you probably gave Spider so many Annihilators that he dropped one or two. But shame on you for dropping one on Terry Perry bed. So that's probably why he ain't hearing or wasn't even acknowledging, because he know I put my my Annihilators in my pocket. So he ain't talking to me. All I know is cuz saw Spider had a pile of Annihilator rappers around and in front of him. And he took that as the biggest disrespect, flirty invite to a prison Diddy party. And when I say I ain't never seen nobody in jail hugging onto the bars like that, from the window to the wall. And if you ever been locked up, it ain't no windows. Cuz whooped that old man from wall to wall like Chris Brown, man. Cuz was holding on to the bars. He was trying to drag him from the outside, where the common area, to right where he left that Annihilator at, man. And you know, in jail, you see and don't see, and hear and don't hear. So as much as I wanted to help Old School, I didn't know, because maybe he was trying to pitch woo. Maybe he was in there like Fleece Johnson. I don't know. But I can't defend you for that, Spider. And Lil Baby been locked up too. And all I'm saying is, and I'm in the episode like this, if a watermelon annihilator get a 6,700-year-old man whooped from the window to the walls, and it ain't no windows, imagine the disrespect they're putting your chain on my neck. Jay-Z said, I got the hottest in the game wearing my chain. So was Lil Baby tripping, or was Rod the 49, whatever his name is, out of pocket? Because I'm not gonna lie, I wish you would put jeez. Y'all let me know in the chat. This is a special episode, 2025 BET Award Show edition. It's your boy Hustle Simmons, aka Young Hirsch, aka Hunter Hirsch, aka your baby mama's favorite baby daddy, aka your dude on the tube with the news you can use until next time, which will be tomorrow. We out. You dig? Oh, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, ding notification bells every time I drop it. You got it. We gone. Love y'all.